So we're all looking really forward to one of our own members getting up here for the very first time. This is actually where I did my international comedy debut, so we've got a brave fellow. We were going to have two, but one of our guys, Kenny Rivera, I had lunch with him, and he said, well, you know, I want to do it, but if my wife sees the video, I could be in trouble. So he bowed out. And, but Kenny is a good marriage, and his wife is here to support him. So without further ado, how's the heart rate, Kenny? How's the heart rate? Okay, without further ado, Soltzman.
Hi, I'm Kenny Soltzman. As you can tell, I'm from Brooklyn. I wear it well, Brooklyn Dodger hat. And I grew up in Brooklyn. What I want to talk to you about is growing up. You know, one of my earliest memories of growing up in Brooklyn was I realized that I had two female roommates. It was just incredible. And, you know, in the 60s, it was like really crazy. And I thought my parents were really, you know, progressive, and I couldn't believe it. And, you know, I just felt like it was the greatest thing in the world. And, you know, I'm living in a co-ed dorm as a young kid. There was only one problem. The roommates were my grandma Lena and my sister Arlene. You know, but you know, it really wasn't so bad because grandma Lena was really kind of a wild woman. And, you know, I spent a lot of time with her. She worked in a place, it's going back a little bit, she worked in a corset shop. Anybody remember what a corset shop was? And, you know, I was a little pervert at the time, but I didn't really know that I was a pervert yet. So I would go and hang out at the corset shop, and if you know what a corset shop is like, it's got this, you know, they got the rack with all the brassieres and whatever, and, you know, a corset shop is when a woman gets there, you know, gets it fitted. So they had this whole wall, there was a whole wall of, changing rooms, you know, dressing rooms all along the wall. My grandma used to get up on the ladder. She was like 5 feet. Grandma, can you reach that? So anyway, I used to hang out there, and little did I know that, you know, I could really catch some really classic shots, you know, the pervert that I was. So the woman would be in the room, and grandma's like 5 feet. She's like pulling the thing, and I'm going, Grandma, to myself, I'm going, Grandma, could you turn a little left? Grandma, can you turn a little right? Oh, Grandma, hold on. Perfect, Grandma. You know, she didn't hear me, but, you know, so I got to hang out there for a little while. Eventually, the owner of the place, his name was Mr. T. He's the original Mr. T. He just said, "You little shithead, get out of here." But, you know, so she was really responsible for some of my maturity as a young man. And, you know, they had a very, very Zoftic crowd, so it was really kind of cool. So there's more parts of my grandmother. You know, my grandmother, when we lived together, she used to snore. And, you know, today there's this tremendous epidemic with snoring. I've never seen so many commercials about snoring in my entire life. Zipa and Zipa, you know. And I checked on Amazon, and there's 100 different items on Amazon, you know, on snoring. So when Grandma used to snore, you know, as a little kid, I used to throw slippers at her, and it did work like 50% of the time. So, you know, when it didn't work, so, you know, today I was talking to somebody, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what if you go out on a date or you know, and you know, things get going and you get back and things happen, and then, you know, you get to sleep over and you roll over, and all of a sudden you roll over and there's Darth Vader's stormtroopers with a CPAP on their face. You know, that's a real turn on. Unless you're into intergalactic sex. So, you know, so, I don't know. Where's the slipper when you need it? And the last thing is, we lived in a neighborhood in Brooklyn. It was a great area. It was a lot of different characters in the apartment house. My mother used to say, "Don't come to him, he's a drunk." So, you know, Mr. Koch, he's a drunk. So, anyway, there was an ultra-Orthodox Jewish family in the building, and luckily they got the floor below us. And I didn't really know much about it. So, I mean, I was Jewish, but I didn't really, Orthodox, whatever. They wear a yarmulke and the tzitzits, So, on Friday nights, they have to repent. It's repenting and praying on Friday night, from Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown. So, but again, I was kind of, not really understanding that. And I used to bowl, so I was really into bowling in those days. And I had my plastic pins and my rubber softball, and I had a bolster, on the back of the radiator. And I'm going to town. I'm Don Carter, and I'm Ray Bluth, and Dick Weber, and boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden, you hear the banging of the broom. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. So I'm saying, all right, give it a break. So I just kept playing. Anyway, so. The offshoot of that is we're in the elevator. No, I'm sorry. We're in the hallway, and we run into the family, and the mother's really pissed. She's like, and she gives my mother this really, really evil eye, and almost like wants to choke her or something, And I'm like, give her a break. So I decided that I had to stick up for my mother, and not let Mrs. let her get the best of it. So what I did? I started bowling on Saturdays as well. And I said, take that, Mrs. Goldberg. I'm done.
Salt of the earth, Soltzman.